we are back. We lost the connection, but we're gonna get our 20 minutes in. Look, we just got 10 minutes in. We had a fruitful conversation. Y'all missed it all, but we're gonna try to talk about it. We're gonna try to remember some parts of it. But that was a good, juicy 10-minute conversation that did not get recorded. I am so sorry. I did not push the live button. I was just so happy to see Marty's shiny, smiling face back at the technical issues that, yeah, I didn't push live. We just got to talking. But look, you guys see the title, Alligator Bait, School to Prison Pipeline. That's kind of where Marty cut off with earlier. And I'm going to ask her to try to go back into that again. We gave each other back and forth, but I think we'll have even a better conversation the second time around. Let's go, Marty.
Okay, so with the Trump's alligator Alcatraz, I was equating that with the alligator bait and how they.
Can you explain that? Can you explain? Because everybody don't know.
In Florida, they would take black babies and put them in the vicinity of alligators so the alligators could come up. So that's major trauma, terror, and all the above. And these were live babies, black babies. So I was encouraging us to look at the whole school to prison pipeline and how preschool children, basically black boys, are being pushed into the criminal justice system, and as well as the criminal justice system is overran by black men. So all of this is overlapping once you know history. So with it, it's going to take, like I said, black women to stop it. They can feel how they want to feel, but black women birth black men and black girls, black women, should I?
Absolutely.
And, have a
how we gonna get the men to follow, or do we even need the men? Because we've been kind of
man.
Some of them will come, and some of them gonna feel some kind of way. Let's just be honest. Like, we're not gonna get, and we really need them, and that's the sad thing, because to me, that's the same practice of oppression as racism, for real. Like, what is that called? That's an ism too. What is that called? Sexism? I don't know. When you don't like women, I don't know. But I'm not talking about a feminist movement or nothing like that. I'm just talking about the strong black sisters coming together, doing what they already do every day, but doing it together,
Right.
Because our community has to heal, and they've criminalized our men so much that it's not even so safe for most of them to even come out front for real. So we have to do it if we want to take our community back and want to take our babies back, because they're lost and they know they're lost, and they're trying to figure out why we haven't taken them back. And that's what you had said earlier. And I feel you, because you were saying, okay, Generation X has a heavy burden because we're trying to hear them. But then we try to figure it out too, because we were trained to listen and watch and observe, right? We wasn't really trained to lead, because the baby boomers didn't move out the way when they were supposed to, because they were so comfortable and enjoying all the cushion that they were experiencing for the first time as well, to be honest. And now understanding our charge, understanding what needs to happen, I'm going to do my part. I know I'm not God. I know I can't fix everything, but for us to sit back and not do anything, we can't. And so I'm gonna bring this up early, since we missed our 10 minutes, but that goes back to me and your original conversation about the 500 black women a few years back, and us charging first. We felt like we needed money to store something, but I got my human capital, and the biggest thing about organizing some of that is paying the organizer, the event planner, if you want to call it, whatever the case may be. But I'm ready to organize, to put together, do whatever, and collaborate and actually make some impact with some women who are ready to make impact. I ain't trying to convince nobody that don't want to be a part. I'm on some Harriet Tubman stuff, because I don't know what time, and I don't want to be compromised, right? And so I want to go with who I go with, who I feel registered that want to go. If you say no, fine. But I'm willing at this point, with no money down to actually identify 50 women of that 500 count, because my hope is those women expand out and they bring more women in and they identify them a 50, whatever, or five, or whatever the case may be. But I
Uh-huh.
believe that if me and you can identify core 100 women that will be supportive in some kind of way, whether they're active or whatever the case may be, but be in a collaboration to say, hey, our main and our one goal, not no money making schemes, all that. Our one goal, because that was what I was looking for, was the goal to come around, but also the information to be able to educate people to come around it. And that's
Mhm.
reparations.
Yep.
And now people couldn't see it. And I love how I'm watching people wake up.
Yep.
They didn't see it. 2020, nobody seen all the racism that I seen before 2020. And then all of a
Exactly.
sudden, in the streets, everybody just going crazy, and Black Lives. I mean, it was powerful in the words, even though the actions didn't actually make some impact. But we'll be different. I'm
Right.
believing we'll be different, and I'm ready to, I don't know if lead, but walk aside some more women, right? Some
Mhm.
more women who love our community and ready to take it back and not scared of these kids. Because what's that one lady back then when she said she figured out everything, and when she got down to it, she was just like, and then I found out the parents were scared of the kids.
Uh, Dr. Hare.
Uh-huh, yeah. So, understanding that, the ones that ain't scared of these kids, we need those women, to come together so
Mhm.
we can be able to reach them. Because if we're talking with substance, them kids can tell real from the fake. They
Most
can tell
definitely.
people who's trying to make a case out of them and all that other stuff. And
Mhm.
they can tell the ones that actually have experienced something similar to what they're going through, just being able to just meet them where they're at, kind of thing. And those are the women that I'm looking to identify to bring together,
Mhm.
and so I think about maybe 125 women wish me a happy birthday on my birthday. So I think I'm gonna start there.
Why not? Since you're on my page.
They didn't know that they were self-registering in, but those are the ones, because this is the thing. My page doesn't have a wall. So
Mhm.
you would have to come on, how Facebook alerts you or whatever, everybody's birthday. You'll have to come on my wall and then find the post that I created with no picture on it. It was just happy, I think chapter 47, let's go. It's my
Oh, okay.
birthday, right? I did
Mhm.
something simple. I didn't even post a picture. And 125 women plus some men, but I was counting women because this was in my head then.
Gotcha.
So some men wish me a happy birthday. They came and took an effort to go in that post and wish me a happy birthday. So I think I'm gonna start with those women, because
Mhm.
and believe it or not, it was no name brand people, like the people I've been with recently. I say recently, within the last 7 years, it really wasn't those people.
Mhm.
It's been the people that as old as I am that go back 30 years.
Right.
So I'm gonna see what they say, because there's some of the ones now looking like, okay, yeah, I want to. And Tammy been doing this a long time. What's she on? And I heard them.
Mhm.
They came in my box. Some of them, because I posted that what I sent you, and
Okay.
I've been trying to figure it out. So now we're on here, and maybe this was God intent for us to do it separate like this, because this is my appeal. Because I was actually working on my appeal to you that I was going to do actually in person, but so as God gave me the vision for the reparations solidarity walk from Belleville to East St. Louis, I seen in that vision us meeting at 89th Street.
Mhm.
So I seen East St. Louis coming up, and I seen Belleville coming up. So all the people who have committed to me already, they're coming out of Belleville.
Okay.
I'm a resident of Belleville. When I
Mhm.
go and I tell the police and everything, all the stuff, logistics that I have to do, I have territory in Belleville.
Okay.
You're an East St. Louis resident.
Mhm.
So a lot of the thing you would have. So I'm basically saying let's both organize this. But I need you to help organize the East St. Louis side while I help organize the Belleville side. Get the police, everybody involved, make sure they know, keep it safe. I've done this. I've done this in Savannah. I know exactly what I'm doing, all of that.
Mhm.
All I need from you is a commitment that you'll identify those women. That's one thing. But the other thing, agree to help by, because I don't want to go in East St. Louis and ask for the extension of the walk and their support and have to play politics. I want to go as a regular person, so I can't go as a citizen.
Okay.
You can. So if we go, I would want you to be with me to know that, okay, you're helping organize the East St. Louis side, I'm helping organize the Belleville side, right? And
Mhm.
I just see something powerful. Can you see that? Us meeting up at 89th Street from Belleville to East St. Louis. Can you see something like that?
Mhm.
Okay. Look at
Yeah.
you like that's nothing. Whatever. I'm a Ferguson protester. Whatever.
That
But
shut
not
up.
only that, but God has showed me, and that's why I'm making sure that I pull the police in and they know what's going on. Because I could have done. I'm really good at organically doing stuff and just kind of like talking to people privately and then showing up.
Uh-huh.
But I want to make sure I keep it safe because I have been seeing all this other stuff where you got agitators. So I want to make sure that we have the police as partners. Okay,
Okay, cool.
to keep it safe. Um, and there's a lot of logistics that I've already kind of written out, but I'm gonna kind of play with it a little bit more and then give it to you. But pretty much all we have to do is say, hey, this is what we're gonna start at this point. I need to map out some points and stuff like that. But anyway, I got all that logistic part. All you need to do is be the resident that want to help pull this together, and this will be basically Marty and Tavi reparation solidarity walk. Okay, showing people that we don't have to be nobody in position to pull people together,
That part.
right? You
Exactly.
see what I'm saying? So we're going to show people power, and if we don't have anything else, we have people power,
Mhm.
especially if it's something that people can come around. And
Okay.
now that, and that's why I go back to, they're seeing all of this stuff going on with the immigrants, and now they find out all this. Like my cousin, staunch Republican, me and her spent an hour on the phone earlier. She was just
Mhm.
telling me all her revelations that she did not know illegal people were getting all these different services while our people are suffering. Da, 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 da. Like she just, I couldn't believe it. Like hallelujah. I said hallelujah. So feel home. So feel home. It didn't matter when she made it, but she made it. And
Exactly.
I'm happy, and that also encourages me to say, hey, I'm sure she's not the only one that's now
Exactly.
watching a little more attentively and saying, what else y'all with? Wait a
Mhm.
minute, hold on, I feel bamboozled. What the heck?
Yeah.
And so we know we didn't want to get out there to do what they were doing, the anti-ICE, all that. But we do want to get out there. We do see what you're doing. And we see that our Democratic leaders, all they telling us to do, don't watch. That's why the minute they start calling for us not to watch, when Trump, I think his State of the Union, don't watch who we gonna mess his ratings up. Forget that. I'm watching. I
Right.
want
I
to
don't
know
even know what
everything.
he's
I
saying.
want to know everything that's being planned. Why wouldn't I
Exactly.
watch? That's the dumbest advice ever. But that's
Mhm.
how you stay. That's how they stay in control, not being very smart because they tell us, "Don't look, we got it," and they don't really
Mhm.
have it. They don't
They have
really
what
have it.
they do.
They just don't want us to look because we might actually learn something. And I be
That part.
learning a lot. When I say, I be telling people still look at me crazy, and I don't care. I say I am a Trump fan, and they be like, "What? Oh." Let me tell you something. Trump is a celebrity.
He's
I
my
used
best
to
friend.
watch. No, I'm literally a fan. I
Yeah.
used to watch The Apprentice every time it came on from its inception. Yeah, I'm that person. I love me some Trump, and you fired. You you're
And
not
look,
happy though.
he's president, and that's all he's doing is firing everybody. He
I mean,
knew
that's what
who
he
he
used to
was.
do as a businessman. That's what he do. He do business, and that's why I'm sure, and
Mhm.
God bless his soul. Hopefully nothing happens to him. But I believe if we all came with the power of us, and we
Mhm.
insisted all these other things are happening, he'll do it because he one of those white people that was raised white and black. He didn't do a lot of that foreign immigrant. You can tell he not used to that.
Mm-hmm.
Before he married his current wife, he was dating a black woman. A lot of people don't know that. Along with a lot of other stories of black people that he supported, that people always say, all I know is whatever Trump is, if he is a racist, he's the same as all the other white guys that haven't been identified as a racist that I've encountered. So
They all the
I know
same.
that type well, and I'm okay and comfortable with dealing with that type. So y'all can say whatever you want to say, but I am going to Trump eventually because he is the current president and they got new money coming in. Tariffs.
New
Come on
money.
now.
Yeah.
They got new money coming in. It's time for reparations. Come on now. So all that being said, that's what the whole 500 black women gonna come around. Instead of trying to build economics right away, we're going to advocate for what's due. And then whatever branches from the collaboration, all we're doing is doing the organize and bring the collaboration of it. 50 women, 50 women. If you identify 50 women just to co-sign onto the solidarity walk, that's fueling everything. I already got maybe about 20 of them confirmed and told me they'll be there without me asking. I just put that post up and they're like, oh, yeah, yeah. That sounds like something sensible. They see that we deserve it, that we're owed it now. At first, before this year, I had the conversations from 2021 to now when I got here. Certain people wasn't going out. And then I started to educate them. They was like, they sure did pay the Japanese. Wait a
They pay
minute.
nobody.
Oh, they show. Oh, wait a minute. And I was like, and so you just gotta wake people up. You gotta educate them, but you gotta
Okay.
sometimes be patient. And what I realized is that a lot of times God give me visions that sometimes is way ahead of its time. And
Right.
I find myself years later, even though I was ready years later, implementing things that He gave me years before. And this is one. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that because it's not a drop ball. It's just at the right time because I'm more confident because I don't think I knew who I was. Well, I just was going through a little dark time. You know what I was dealing with back then. And, you same thing. It's still, it's thing, but we both look good. I'm looking at you. You look good and revived. At the same time, you got to keep fighting because the fighting is what really keep your channel from all the other crazy, trying to fight depression and all that from our losses, right?
Yep.
And so I know God is going to be all in this, so I'm going to be able to give you more details. But I want you to just start for real looking at them 50 women. We ain't asking nobody for nothing besides that we're planning a march in September to be able to advocate for reparations and then ask for 3 things. But God gave me a 4th thing that we're not paying attention to, and that's that Drew Scott. That's why I wanted to bring Dred Scott. Why I wanted to bring that up because we need to also, in our advocacy for reparations, be making sure that court ruling is overturned. So they can fight about what the 14th Amendment was for this immigrant or that immigrant, but when it's all said and done, they get rid of the 14th Amendment, they get rid of all of us. So we need clear now to start fighting directly that Dred Scott case where it needs to get overturned, so put it back in court, right? That's one advocacy, but that's on top of easy ones. The easy things is 3 things, and I shared it with you. We're asking for direct payment because we got new money now, the tariffs, right? We're asking for tax exemption, and we're asking for debt cancellation. Do you know that will propel? So you can't get advantage of the tax exemption without working, right? So Trump loved when people work. Why
Obviously.
not? So those are 3 easy things. 2 things can be done automatically. Actually, all 3 because we got new money coming in. The tariffs they're not even saying what they're going to do with the tariff money. And I think they already said like $1 trillion in tariffs have already come in.
Yeah.
So reparations, what's up? We got new money. So we'll have more as we bring other women in the fold now. We're not going to exclude any men that want to help either, but we want men out there walking with us. But we're going to be intentional about identifying these women because they're going to propel other actions in the future. Is what God is showing me, and
Right.
we just need to identify because that's going to be people that you know personally. I'm going to know those people personally. I don't I don't usually hook up with icky souls, so it will be no ickiness in anybody that I bring into the fold. It'll be just
Mhm.
people intentional with whatever skills that they bring in, wanting to help in whatever capacity that they can help in. That's
Uh-huh.
all. And be there and show up with that march and be able to bring other people, whether or not it's just their family or whoever, to march so we can show numbers, right? Because we want it to be something big. We got 2 months and we can do a lot in 2 months. School will be in, everything will be rolling in where people ain't so lazy in the summer because summer, you kind of laid back a lot of times, especially if you work for the school system.
Okay.
um, and so that's pretty much it. We're at our 20 minutes.
Okay.
Um, this is gonna be how we fight that preschool to prison pipeline. We got to help line these women up. So start working on that 50. Tell them we don't have a date, but it'll be a Saturday in September.
Okay.
I'll give you more. I got a lot of details already, but I over plan to then cut it down. So let me make sense of all the stuff that I got because I will overwhelm you and you'll be cussing me out.
We will.
All right, Marty. It's been a good night. Enjoy.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay.